Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi WordPress tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in this video we're going to use a modal, which is a kind of pop-up window that goes over the top of your content here. So if I just get this thing going here. This is a modal. It's a little pop-out form that sits on the top of your content when you click a button or a trigger of some sort. And Divi does not have modals built in, which is amazing because Divi is fantastic in every other aspect. I'm not quite sure why they haven't included modals in their system. But like I've said so many times, Divi is absolutely awesome. And if you want to try it out, check out the link below. But anyway, we're going to add a modal to our Divi site so we can get this sort of effect going. Now to do this, we're going to have to install a plugin. I've already got it installed on this, but I'll show you what you need to do. If you go to your dashboard, to your plugins, and go up to the top there and add new. In the search box over here, just write Popup Maker. M-A-K-E-R. Once it loads, it's usually the first one, but it's that one with that little green icon there. It's got 2,461 reviews, 5 stars. So it's pretty good. I mean, well, that's absolutely awesome stats there, actually. As you can see, I've got mine installed already. You just have to hit the install button and then activate it like any other plugin. Once you've got it activated, it'll appear on your dashboard here. Okay, so let's presume that you've got it installed and activated. Let's hover over it and go to Add Popup. Now we'll call this, Test 2. And this will be my example. Just read what it says in these things. It gives you a lot of hints and tells you what's going on. And with this, you can use the Divi builder and build an awesome looking pop-up real easily. So let's quickly build something. Let's do 1/3 and 1/3. There we are. 1/3, 2/3. Put an image in here. I'm going to do this very quickly because this isn't about the Divi builder. It really doesn't matter. This one, we'll put a title in here. And let's quickly get some nonsense text from lipsum.com. And for those of you that don't know, lorem ipsum is just filler text that us designers can use to put text in places we've got no content for, but want to see how it looks with some proper text in there. Don't want to be typing out a bunch of gibberish when you can just copy it. Let's go back here, add another little row, single one of those in. Like I say, I'm doing this incredibly quickly. I'm not spending any time on building this particular thing. That's up to you, how you build your site. Alright. Okay, save this. Let's publish it. There we go. Now we can just hit the preview button, have a look and see what it's going to look like. There we are. It's just got that lady's picture and a block of text underneath. Obviously you can have anything you like on here. You can have forms, you can have videos, you can have whatever you want. Photo gallery, whatever's appropriate to what you're doing. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Now let's actually do something with it. What I want to do is, let's go to the page that I want to go to. In the last couple of videos we developed these little images that sort of start off grayscale and you hover over them, they grow and they become coloured, and you've got this hover text going on here. I want to actually add a trigger in here that says something like read more, and I want to let people be able to click on that and open the lightbox. And I've noticed with this pop-up, it's not real straightforward as how you make these things triggered. Okay, we've made this thing, but unless you know how, it's kind of difficult to make it trigger. Once you've done it a couple of times, it's really easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and add a new page. And we're not going to keep this page. This is purely to get our code. Not even going to give it a title. And if you look at our page here, we've got that little green icon for the pop-up maker. If you click on it, and I want a pop-up trigger, and what are my options? Let's go down to the options here. Let's make it H3, something like that. Heading 3. Fine. I'll give it a class in case we want to decorate it. Pop Z, pop-up zoom. Okay, and what do we want to have inside it? That should be all we need actually. And the pop-up that we want, that one we created, which was test 2. And we'll save that. And it's put it in there, believe it or not. But we have to look at the text tab to see the code. And in between those two brackets there, we want to put whatever text we want. So I said read more, wasn't it? Read more. There we go. And that's what we got. So what I want to do is I want to copy this text. Remember I said we're not keeping this page. This is purely for just getting our trigger organized. Control C to copy. Now let's go back to the page we want to put it on. Let's enable our visual builder here. And once it's enabled, I'm going to go to this. This is our column and it's got our text module in it, which is where I want to put our trigger. So I'm going to hit the cog. And it'll probably be in visual mode when you first get in there, so just hit the little text tab. What I want to do is drop down one and paste in that bit of code that we just copied there. Now that's made that image a bit longer, but that's okay because it actually fits that image, which is fine. So let's just save that. There's our read more, and as you can see, it's active. So let's just save our changes. And exit the visual builder. Hover over this, there we are, read more, click on that, and it opens up this. Now what it's done, it's opened it up in a kind of page of its own there. I'm really not interested in that. I'd like to have it open up over the top of this actual page. So let's go back to our pop-ups. It's here. All pop-ups. I'm going to leave this. I'm really not interested in saving that page there. Test 2. Let's edit it. Okay, once we're in the pop-up, let's go down to display. And I'm going to put it on Lightbox. That will open it just like an image in a Lightbox over the top of whatever we're looking at. Have a look at the other ones. You may find there's one that suits you better, but that's the one I want to use. So I'm going to update that now. And once it's updated, I can go back to my page. We'll do a quick refresh. Hover over, hit that read more. There it is. It's actually popped it up over the page itself there. You can still see the page in the background, which is great. And then just hit the little close button to close it, and we're back on the page. So that is how to use a modal with the Divi theme. Really easy, really effective little tool. Just going to edit that button's, that read more. Let's make put a gap there. There we go. Now let's save that. And exit the Visual Builder. Now we actually gave that a CSS class, so we can target it with some CSS if we want to. That looks better. Bit of gap there. So let's just inspect this. PopZ was the class. So what do we want it to do? Let's have it but if we just make it into a blue button or something like that. Let's say background blue. You probably won't see it until it actually hovers, so that's got a blue background. That's fine. May want to make that text center, we'll see. Background blue, let's give it some padding. So top and bottom, 10 pixels, left and right, 20 pixels. How's that looking? Yep, that's getting there. I think, like I say, we may want to make that text center. And let's give it some rounded corners. Let's say border radius 50 pixels. That's fine. Okay, so you've got a little blue button there. Like I say, I'm going to make that text centered. So I'm going to copy this. Don't need to copy the cursor, just the bits that we added. Control C. And I want to remember our class, which is PopZ. Let's go back to our Divi options. Down at the bottom is our CSS. Okay, so let's go in there. Let's drop down a couple and give it a title. And we'll call it Pop Up Button, I guess. And close the title out there. And popz was the class. It's a class, so it's dot popz. Open and close some curly brackets there. Drop down. Paste in what we just copied from the Chrome Explorer, Chrome Inspector up there. That's good. That's fine. And let's do a little hover effect on that button as well. So I'm going to copy that whole thing from dot to closing curly bracket. Just going to add hover, colon, hover, no space between the colon and the hover. I'm not going to change the padding or anything else. I'm going to say background color red. Really imaginative colors here. And I'm going to use a transition so it actually takes a while to do it. I've got a transition down here. So I'll simply copy that. If it'll let me. There we go. And we need to put it in the main popz, not the hover class. And I'm going to say 0.75. So it should turn from blue to red in 3/4 of a second when we do that. Okay, let's just save that. And go back to our page, refresh, get rid of our inspector here. See what we've got now. There's our button. And as you can see, it turns red. Pretty active. What I want to do is I want to center that text there. So let's do that one last thing. Just enable our visual builder again. There we go, that's more like it. Check the check mark there. There we go, that text is now centered within that button there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, you've got to follow along, and you know, this could be her bio or something like that. Let's just save this. Exit the visual builder. Like I say, this could be this woman's bio or something like that when you click on it. And you could go along and do the rest of them. Of course, you'd have to create a different pop-up for each of them. Let's just do one more quickly. Sorry this is going on. This is just to show you how. And let's add, I know I've got another one I created earlier. It's going to look exactly the same though. Popup Trigger. Bio 1 was the one that we created before. And it's going to have the same class of popz, so it'll do the same thing, so the button should appear immediately. And what did we say, H3 was it last time? Now let's have a look at the text. There we are, and put our heading in there. More. There you go. There's the actual ID of the pop-up, so you can probably just change that if you're copying things over. Copy this. Back to our page. Enable our visual builder again. I've got a feeling that first pop-up is exactly the same as our second one, so it may not look any different, but let's just paste that code in there. Drop down 2 this time. and I'm on the text edit tab. It's fine, and we want that text center. Sure, highlighted again. There we go. And it's got that class of Pop Z, so it should look the same as the other one. Quite sure why it's a bit longer. Yeah, there we go. Did I drop down one more perhaps there? Oh, I guess not. Okay, well let's save that. And that is it. Tutorial over. But anyway, modals are great things to have on websites. And like I say, Divi doesn't have that included, but it's really easy to add it to the site. So let's exit the Visual Builder. And let's see if we've got two different pop-ups there. I think we've actually got two different ones, but they probably look exactly the same. So first one, Jane Smith, blue shirt. Second one, Jane Smith, blue shirt. That's the first one. See, that's got a title under it. Green shirt. So that is a different one. Just wanted to make sure. And that was the title of the modal we created, my example. And that was just the title, the bit of text we put in there, which is a line left. And the second one here, I called it Jane Smith, and I put a title in and center aligned it with something else. So you can see it's two different modals opening there. And our CSS is common to both of these because we gave it the class of Pop Z. So there you have it. Let's stop it there before the day's over. Sorry to go on, but it's a really useful little feature. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will have a lot of great stuff coming up. If you're interested in web development, have a look down below. We've got some great free courses as well as some great premium courses with some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.